Hi, my name is Chris McCarthy, and I'm the CEO of the Provincetown Art Association and Museum in Provincetown, Massachusetts. Today I'm going to be discussing a little bit about this beautiful painting called Pilgrim Lake by Janice Biala. Janice Biala was really an 8-decade career painter who first came to Provincetown in 1923 with her brother Jack Tworkoff to study with the artist Charles Hawthorne. They actually hitchhiked from New York to Provincetown because really it was the place to be and it was the place to study at the time. The art colony was officially started in 1899 when Hawthorne came here to open his Cape Cod School of Art. We know that there were artists here prior to 1899, but with the opening of the school, and a school that actually still continues today, it coins Provincetown as the oldest continuous arts colony in America. Most artists came here because of the light and the landscape, and that's very obvious in many of the paintings, especially ones that we hold in our collection, which is about over 4,000 pieces at this point. One of the things that Biala did is she went out into the dunes, and we found through her writings, and she was very vocal and very direct about what she said, is that she didn't like to paint out of doors in plein air, which is primarily what Hawthorne taught. So she would do sketches in the dunes, and then she would go back to her studio to create these really extraordinary paintings. Pilgrim Lake was originally called East Harbor, and it was the way that boats and fishing fleets actually came into Provincetown. Provincetown was essentially an island. Really the only way to access it from the mainland was water. But in 1873, with the construction of the railroad, that was a way for tourists, artists, visitors, people who lived here to get to Provincetown by way of railroad. This railroad eventually turned into what is now our highway, Route 6, in 1877, which made East Harbor become Pilgrim Lake. Provincetown has always been noted for its light and landscape, as I said earlier, but one of the most, I think, important things that happened in Provincetown was in 1961 on August 7th when then President John F. Kennedy established the Cape Cod National Seashore. 75% of Provincetown, or 43,000 acres, are essentially protected land, which have been, they're home to some of the most beautiful beaches in the world, trails, wonderful walking paths, and it really is such a unique piece of Provincetown. And again, that's one of the things that has attracted so many artists to come here throughout the last 120 plus years, was to capture that light and that landscape. There are no tall buildings that obstruct, and it's really an accessible way for people to go really commune with nature. And I think that's one of the most beautiful pieces of Provincetown, is its natural beauty. Provincetown itself is also a green community, and PAAM, the Provincetown Art Association and Museum, is the first green art museum in the entire country. We did a major renovation on this building between 2003 and 2005, and one of the ideas that was sort of batting around was becoming a green building. 3 systems that we incorporated into this building to become a Silver LEED certified building are a daylight dimming system, a natural air ventilation recycling system, and 17 photovoltaic cells and panels on our roof, which harvest solar energy 365 days a year. So after incorporating the 3 systems and using a lot of commonsensical ideas like natural plantings and recycled materials, in 2007 we were awarded a Silver LEED certification from the U.S. Green Buildings Association, which coined us the first entire green art museum in the country. This really set the precedent for Provincetown to follow suit, to become a green community, and we're just so proud that we can be a model as a small community that really takes seriously the greening of our communities and our spaces, and we hope that you will too.